Easy Dairy started as a bit of a dream that I had. I grew up on a farm in Cobram near here and went off and did other things, became a computer programmer, and then came back and ended up in the industry. I was working for another company, helping farmers with dairy herd management on their computers. Spent about 2 years travelling all from Tasmania through to Queensland, backwards and forwards each year. I really loved working with farmers and felt there was an opportunity to use my skills as a computer programmer to do something that could impact an industry, I guess. So the idea to produce Easy Dairy was born. I started writing software, and it was a huge job, like working long hours, working a number of jobs to get the money together. So when the software was done, I knew that it would need promotion to launch it. We planned to be independent and see if we could get across the board and break those barriers. That was a very hard couple of years, long hours. When you're creating something, you have a lot of fears. Will this work? Should I be doing what my friends were doing, which was, traveling, having great times? But I stuck to it, and eventually, 2 years later, launched Easy Dairy. Then the real hard work started. I jumped in the car and started driving from farm to farm, showing the software off, just trying to build a bit of momentum. And then we're doing trade shows, things like that. Everybody says it takes 2 years for a business to stabilise, and then 5 years before you make any money, and we were bang on those statistics. From there, started to grow a little. I moved out of my lounge room and into the business centre here in Shepton. So we had an office there. And during that time, started to move into automation, which wasn't an area we planned to go into. But saw a great, opportunity with automation. There were other companies out there doing it and felt that we could improve on what they were doing. Not really knowing a lot about it, the research started. And from there, built some electronics on my kitchen table, had a friend's farm, which I would go out and try it out on, and went on from there. We finally got the electronics sorted, and it was great. So we're now selling drafting systems. We then moved into identification systems for in the shed, so feeding, alerting the operators, things like that. By doing our own electronics, have started to develop some really innovative products. So herringbone feed systems that are unlike anything else that's on the market, that reduce the cost of individually feeding in a herringbone to about 30% of what it normally would cost to set up a system like that. Recently, we've just done a herringbone dairy, which is 40 a side, and where it would have normally cost between $80,000 and $90,000 to set that up, it's only like 15 to 20. Quite innovative. And what we've done is we've created a network for all of the feeders with individual management on each of the motors, which is something that's never been done before. That sort of equipment's not even coming in from overseas. From there, we've got so many products. Like, we've been working frantically now on our mobile development. It's really important, and there's a huge demand. It's important that we get that information into farmers' hands, but not only just have the information about their cows, but also our other systems, their automation systems, so they have control over it even when they're coming to the dairies. Individual calf feeding, loads and loads of products, which is what we do here. We're innovators. I guess we call ourselves more than just producing a product. When we look at our customer base, we have around 2,000 farms use our dairy herd management software. Since we started in automation, we've put around 500 systems in. So we've still got, and we look at the industry from a long-term point of view, even with our existing customer base, we've still got around 1,500 farms that are yet to automate, and we expect that they will. So we believe we've got a great business going forward. From an innovation point of view, we have loads and loads of products. We've got things like automatic car feeders, obviously our mobile stuff, new advancements in wearable technology. So whether it be armbands that are projecting onto people's arms and you can tap when the vibration goes up their arm, and it can read where they've tapped on their arms. Things where they're carrying their mobile phone around, and as they're moving through the dairy, we can have their mobile phone bringing up the data on the cows as they go past them. And there's just new innovations happening all the time. The world is moving so fast. When you look at our smartphones, they're not even 10 years on the market, and now we all carry the internet around in our pocket. So from an innovation point of view, there is so many products we've got planned, which is wonderful.